So you got into Morehouse on scholarship.
Uh-huh.
What happened?
Man, the first year, it was a bit of culture shock. Like I enjoyed learning, I enjoyed the school. Dean Sterling over there was amazing, but I wanted something else. You know, I wanted something else. I wanted to be a rapper, and I let that get in the way of the opportunity I had, because I should have just stayed in Morehouse, and I ended up getting a record deal around the same time I ended up graduating anyway. So,
And you have regrets that you...
Yeah, I shouldn't have dropped out. Yeah, I should have stayed back to school. Just because I didn't have to. Uh-huh. I did it because I thought it was a romantic thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Like Puffy had dropped out of Howard. We read about that, and I was just like, I let my mind get too romanticized in the thought of, you know, leaving higher education to go accomplish this impossible dream.
So when your grandma was dropping you off at Morehouse, apparently she said you aren't Morehouse material.
Yeah, but she didn't mean that. She would say stuff to challenge me, because she knew the best way to get Michael to do something is tell him he can't.
Really?
Yeah. You tell me I can't, I'm gonna figure out doing it. I remember telling Big Mike, I'm gonna leave Morehouse because I want to be an artist. And him saying to me, you know they call it broke artists starving artists for a reason. When he said to me, you know they call it starving artists for a reason, it just lit a fire under me. It lit the I'm gonna show you. And that was a big part of the linchpin. I'm just like, because I could have went back the next year. Mm-hmm. Morehouse had made arrangements to say, okay, you were a little crazy. You stopped paying attention in class. Your second semester wasn't as good as your first. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna show him. And a couple years ago, my dad calls me out of nowhere. He says, hey, I just read this article about you. I'm like, yes, sir. He's like, they're describing you as a leader. He said, I want to apologize. I said, apologize for what? I have a great relationship with both my dads. I said, what do you apologize? Because I literally couldn't think. He said, I said to you one time, you know they call it starving artists for a reason. And I know part of you took that as I didn't believe in you. And for the first time I said, yeah. I said, that hurt me right there. I said, but I don't regret it, because it made me work harder. It made me understand that I had to work. I couldn't just say I want to be a rapper, it's gonna happen. He said, but this article explains what I was really trying to say. And in the article, he says, you know, I had seen from the time you were in nursery, I'd drop you off at nursery. And if me and the teacher stepped outside the door and peeked back in, you'd be telling the kids, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. And the kids will be paying attention to you, and y'all will start to do it. And my dad said, I've seen you as a leader your entire life. And I didn't know, as a working class kid who had lost his dad at 10 years old, as a kid who had helped to raise his 2 sisters and his 2 brothers, and essentially was a husband of sight to his mother, he had never been able to break the ceiling. My father was intelligent enough, was disciplined enough to be anything, but he was a father to more than just his child, to his siblings. He was a son and a husband. He was limited, and what he was trying to tell me is that he saw me as a leader without limitations. Oh man, we cried like babies on the phone, because I didn't understand that the fuel that I was using, my dad doesn't believe, I'm gonna show him, it was the wrong fuel. And the fuel that he gave me in that conversation is what'll take me the rest of my life, because I have an expectation of making my fathers proud, both of them.
How did that conversation make you feel at the time?
Oh man, I understood by then I had leadership capabilities and I'm a leader, but it absolutely assured me that this is who you are. This is not who you aspire to be. This is what God has made you. You know, if I had my choice, man, I'd smoke marijuana every day, drive these expensive ass muscle cars, hang out in the Blue Flame, and go to the bookstore with my daughter when she gets out of school and just talk about, you know, philosophy, whether that's Franz Fanon or Nietzsche. You know what I mean? Just what are we gonna talk about today? But I'm required to lead. That's what in part I'm put here to do. So I just understand that that's a mission that's bigger than even my wants.